Well, here we are again, sitting out, watching the sunset. We enjoyed that. Looking up to the sky, and every night, every afternoon, every morning is a surprise.
Yeah.
Especially with what we see in the air, what's going on, and like, take for example, this evening. We see a series of crisscross energetic patterns that look like, well, they could be the sides of ships with other lines going through them. It has almost an alien-like feel to it. Mm-hmm. You know, like some of the ships and some of the insides of places where the aliens have taken over, if you remember the Alien movies, where they would have bioengineered things. And you might hear some of the hummingbirds and other things this evening as we sit out here, and we enjoy sharing that time sometimes with all of you. We're very grateful to be up in the mountains. We're very grateful where we live. We're close to nature that way, and when you get to the point where you go from living like a couple of yuppies, I remember living in the Denver area, and having the house and the 2 cars and the whole bit. There's nothing that compares to living out in nature. There's nothing. And I am sorry for those of you stuck in the cities. You kind of walk to a different beat and a different rhythm. And yes, there are aspects of being in big cities that are also beautiful. I recall some amazing times in New York City. This was many years ago, before it became the cesspool that it is now, at least in the 80s, the 90s, in that time frame. Okay, you're talking about really just awesome cities where people really felt like they were part of something. There was a beat and a rhythm to life in the cities that had its own beauty, but ultimately that has turned very, very dark over the years, and I know it's just something you have to put up with. Now, it's not as bad as people make it out to be, especially if you have a good barrio, a good neighborhood. You can live there, and you all kind of pull together. I've had a lot of friends. I was in the military at different times, and I've talked to a lot of people from all over, people from the Bronx, people from California, and then I traveled for quite a few years, driving a truck across the United States. That was an amazing experience, and anyone that does that, they will tell you the same thing that I did. that there are moments out there when everything's quiet and you've shut your truck down and you're out in the middle of nowhere and it's just you and it's peaceful and it's beautiful. And I'm very grateful to have had those experiences. I bring them up because I know that there are different ways that people perceive their humanity. And we tend to do it because of the things that we've done in our lives and what we've been through, and that becomes our emotional filters that allow us to kind of see the world based on our experiences. Father finds this absolutely fascinating. He loves to see your perspective of life through the specific filters. Those filters are like some of Father's favorite channels. He tunes in to all of us at different times and talks to us and whispers to us even if we don't necessarily acknowledge that he's there, because there are certain times that your contract becomes important to him and why you're here and what you're here for. And even if you have to keep coming back over and over again because you're locked away here like the rest of us. Look at this, Victoria, and look how it's turning into this huge ship in front of us.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a wing right here. This, and you can see, like on this side, it looks like there's a city with a dome over it, and it's lighting up the bottom half of the sky, and it's so beautiful, isn't it? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
It's you have to look. You got to look with the right eyes, but if you look, you can see it, and you can see. Can you see the city on top?
Yeah, and there's a shadow right here of an upside down like triangle there.
Yeah.
You see the triangles pointing that way down there?
Yeah.
We're seeing all kinds of stuff in the sky. I mean, we were looking at what appeared to be like a net before, a huge net. And it looked like a woven net, you know, like 3 across, 3 straight up and down.
But right now, you can clearly see with the way that the sun has shifted that this is a huge combination ship and cities, and you can see there's buildings and structures on top. It's like it's leaning slightly in our direction.
Can you see? It looks like skyscrapers up there.
Yeah.
The points of light.
Yeah.
They're actually
they're buildings. They're buildings.
Yes, they are. We have a sky city above us right now, and the sun's going down and it's reflecting off
and
the
it's just
clouds.
illuminating it beautifully.
Yeah.
And it looks like an amazing city. It's not like our cities. It's similar in the sense there's different types of buildings that you can see on top of it. But I mean, you get the feel that it's one of those amazing kind of cities where everything just sort of flows together, and you can see that there's definitely advanced technology as part of the city, because I see huge crystalline structures on the left side over here. Can you see that?
Absolutely.
It looks like a bloom of crystals that are reaching to the sky. Yeah. And over here is this big kind of band that goes around it the way an electron would go around an atom. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is, isn't it amazing? So these are the kind of things that we see here. And we happen to be fortunate. We're almost 8,000 feet higher up. So it's much easier for us to see these things. Yeah. And that's one of the advantages to living out here in the mountains. And that's part of the reason why Father has always directed people that wanted to know more, that wanted to be spiritually connected to the mountains. Yeah. Because there are beings that literally float by in clouds and things like that. They're watching us all the time, and they're looking down and they want to see who we are, what we are. They're fascinated by us because we are unlike many of the beings. We're just so unlike them.
I just want to say that I'm looking at this great ship here, dimensionally, and do you know what it's appearing as to me now? A sphinx with its paws out. This, I believe, there's
a face, a head, yeah, right there, right there.
A lion's head right there. And
it's like the images can project out into the cloud.
Yeah.
Whatever the ship is, for a moment, the clouds hold the image, and then it kind of drifts further along, and you might see another aspect of the ship
face over here.
as it phases into. Yeah, so I'm thinking we're seeing. Look, it looks like the saucer has tipped. See how this is round right here over on this corner right here, and it circles all the way back around, and it goes up into the heavens like it's at an angle.
It's a sphinx.
And exactly. Look over there. The paws are right there. And they reach back up, and you have this incredible headdress that has energy splaying off of the center. It looks like a little fire rising from the head. It's amazing.
It is.
Isn't it amazing? Now it's starting to fade away as the ship continues to turn, and it'll take like another snippet in the clouds, sort of like you take in frame-by-frame pictures. That's kind of how it works. They use the clouds to kind of conceal the ship and everything. And look, there's like a curvature. Like there's a manifesting.
It was a lion's face. Now it's turned into a human face, a humanoid shape. But it originally was a lion roaring back, and the Sphinx was looking down at the lion.
These are Lyrans, yeah.
Yeah, and
we're definitely seeing Lyran
we're
ships
seeing a Lyran
and a Lyran city, and this thing here, man. What the heck is that?
Guys.
It is just. I haven't seen clouds like this in a long, long time, and we see crazy clouds every day. And look at the colorations over here, guys. Isn't that beautiful?
Round ship's back.
Yeah, look at it. It's right there.
Okay,
And the moon you can clearly see now. We couldn't see it a little while ago.
Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's showing up all over the place.
Look,
El
and it's
Salvador.
like orange, and it's on fire. Like there's a fire around it because
right
of
now,
that.
that ship, the round, huge mothership's back too.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi, guys. We see you all.
And I wouldn't want to trade this for anything. I love this, being able to sit up here and see all of this stuff. But after a while, we're like, come on already, people. Please start decloaking. Yeah, it is kind of beautiful up here at night. And Stephen A. Jones sitting around the campfire.
Really? What do you think, Steve Arena?
Oh, I look at this thing over here. Come on, people.
It's a massive ship.
And look at the colors, too. It's just beautiful sunset. It's just gorgeous up here.
Did you see the Sphinx?
Look at this thing. It looks like a big flying bat or something right here. And this here looks like a dragon's head. You guys are really getting some stuff here. Oh, my God. Look at this thing. What the hell is that?
Looks like the skill tree from Skyrim.
It is.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
What the fuck is going on?
I tell you what, man, we're getting some strange stuff up here tonight, folks.
I've never seen anything like this shit.
Yeah, this is just crazy, isn't it, everybody?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to tell you guys what to say right here. They are allowing you to begin to see that there are other powerful things that exist on the surface of this planet that are coming along and beginning to reveal their energetics, and you're starting to see them manifest in the sky. You might see a dragon go by. That's some being that may be trying to redirect draconic energy back into the plane. They're being released. A lot of these spiritual energy forces are being released by these cities. It's sort of like they're casting their seeds down upon the ground of what's going to be growing soon. So I just thought I'd fill you in on that.
Do you remember that time, Dad, when you and me were coming back and the mountain was glowing?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the sky right
Yeah,
there.
look at that.
And that's what it looked like. That's
We've
what
got
it looked
this
like.
really big mothership, just like Independence Day, the movie. And it's an orangey gold color right now. It's quite
Okay, they're
beautiful.
clouds. Yeah, I know people are going to call us crazy, but I really don't care at this point. I'm telling you what, if at this point you don't believe at least part of what we're saying, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There is. Because we have pointed out evidence, events, things. We've never been wrong. We try to tell people, it's not like we're egomaniacs. We're not. We're just saying we've never been wrong.
I'm just telling you guys the truth of what happens around here. And we see the most incredible things in this valley right now.
We are good at seeing things. I will say that. But there are things that some people can't see because they're not open to it yet. But I'm here to tell you, the more you're open to these things, the more you're willing to listen, the more you're willing to Focus your attention to your brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and nephews and nieces and mothers and fathers of old. Your genetics is calling you. It is telling you now is the time to connect to your spiritual families. They're here. They're looking for you.
Yeah.
They want to know what happened to you. They want to know why you've been locked away for some of us, potentially tens of thousands, even millions of years on this planet. Some of us have been here for a long, long time. And we're very sorry. But we're here to tell you our time is now. Your time is now. We are about to be freed. It's going to happen. Look around you. The governments of the world are all on fire and falling. You can see everything that we've said was going to happen is happening. And you know what? Father is here. Father is here.
It's got, like I said, there's going to be a lot of people who just won't be able to handle the truth.
They just got to look to the skies as the story is painted in the evening sunset. Look at the clouds. Look how beautiful the colors are. You've got a little globe of energy up here. You've got the colorations of black and orange and blue in the background. And some of it looks like burned cotton. And the rest of it paints the beautific picture across the sky. You can see here another planet as it's representing. You're beginning to see the projections of what's coming. There will be a planet there at some point. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
I sure can.
My goodness, it's coming. That's what you're seeing. They're painting the future on the sky for you. And they're also showing who they are and what they are and what energies they possess and how they will contribute to the benefit and the return of all of the good things on Terra. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm just looking at the underbellies of ships and
Just amazing scenery this evening here.
it looks like a rib cage over there. But it's
Welcome
actually-
to the porch of the Kellys as they
Wow.
gaze into eternity.
You know what it looks like? Do you remember in World of Warcraft long ago? They had the scene called Nagrand.
Oh yeah, there was
Okay,
this
it looks
beautiful
like that.
kind of like these floating pieces of. It looked a little bit like what was that movie there you like so much? Avatar, right?
Yeah,
You know the floating. Yeah, it was that kind of thing. Yeah, that was from a lot of years ago. But wow, I mean, amazing. I'm just looking at the sky and just remarking how beautiful it looks like a painting. This evening, doesn't it? With the blues and the grays and the oranges
And I do
and
see
the
the
whites.
beginnings of a planet over there.
Yeah,
right?
it was there as an image to show you right over this cloud like this would be another world, but it's slowly turning from third to fourth, and you're starting to bleed in a little bit of the fifth dimension.
Wow, that's
You'll begin to
beautiful.
see more beautiful things. Now, if you look over your shoulder here,
Yeah,
you'll see the under ribs of a ship right
Exactly. I was
there. Yeah,
gonna tell
it's
you
moved to over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we love to stargaze. We've been doing this with the Kellys for a long time. We've come out here. We add our kind of fourth and fifth sense to their third sense so that they can use all their six senses, if you know what I'm saying. So, but we enhance that and we help them a little bit see a little bit more because we can see a lot more. Again, just think of it as, well, you know, if you're standing up and you're looking around, you can see, I don't know, 50, 60, 100 yards, depending on your terrain. But if you take a drone and fly it 100 feet above, you can see for probably a couple of miles in all direction, and that's the difference we like to use as an analogy for, you know, hey, we're spirits, we're up here, we can see more, we can, and a lot of stuff we'll tell you guys if you ask. You just got to ask, but you got to ask the right people, the right beings, the right kind of spirits. You know, you ask the wrong ones, then, well, sometimes you get, you know, lead you along and kind of want to do things to you. We're not like that here. We don't do that. We're here to tell you that these are good things that are going on. And there's going to be some bad stuff that goes with it, too, people. With any new system, it's not going to be perfect. But we're here to tell you that a lot of good things are going to be happening here in the next couple of months. So Just hang in there. Stephen A. Jones will be right there with you. And we hope that you have a wonderful evening and a blessed day. Blessing.